Everybody, it's Coach Pete with academicrecruits.com coming to you today to further hammer upon the same point we've made in several other posts, and that is that you can't go into July hoping to be discovered. You really need to do your work ahead of time and invite college coaches out to come see you play. I wanted to elaborate on that today because I've had a lot of parents say, well, you know, Coach, we just played in front of 100 college coaches. Well, here's the reality. Especially once you reach a certain level of Division I play, college coaches don't feel like they're going to walk into a gym and accidentally discover a kid that they'd never heard of before. Some low major Division I coaches believe that. Some D2 coaches believe that. A lot of D3 coaches believe that. So they do try to evaluate all 10 players on the floor no matter what. They are out there discovering kids. That does happen. But many Division I, most Division I schools, particularly at the higher levels, they just don't think that it's realistic to discover accidentally a kid about whom they had no idea prior to the event beginning. So they work off detailed lists, and they're there to evaluate kids primarily, not discover kids. And I want you to think about it like this. Say you're Mike Krzyzewski. Say you're in a gymnasium, and you're looking at a kid. He's one of 6 or 7 kids you like a lot, and you think that he can help Duke win a championship. Are you really going to watch closely the other 9 kids on the court? Of course not, because you're going to watch the one kid you're there to see carefully. You're not going to follow the flight of the ball. You're not going to watch the game like a fan does or like a parent does. You're going to watch it like a college evaluator does. So Coach K will sit there and pay close attention to how hard a kid plays, to whether or not he's in the right position defensively, how well he anticipates defensively, whether or not he understands spacing, whether or not he has a decent basketball IQ. There are a lot of subtle intangibles that go on during the course of a basketball game that are very meaningful in the overall evaluation process that you just can't pick up on if you're trying to evaluate all 10 kids in the gym. So understand that the reason college coaches don't see all 10 kids, the reason they really mostly just watch the kid or the kids that they're there to see is not out of laziness. It's out of the simple truth that they need to get the evaluation right. If Mike Krzyzewski starts getting evaluations wrong, they're not going to win national championships because there are a lot of schools out there that don't evaluate properly, that are in a gym kind of casually watching to see how well a kid scores. And there's so much more that goes into it than just that. So a lot of the college coaches that are in the gymnasium, they're watching the one particular kid out of a deliberate effort to make sure that they get the whole evaluation and the big picture correct, because these people's livelihood very much depends upon getting the evaluation correct. They say in recruiting, you need to be able to work hard, you need to be able to be organized, you need to be able to develop relationships, you need to be able to evaluate. And the evaluation piece is by far and away the most important piece of the recruiting puzzle. So don't hold it against college coaches if they're in the gym and they don't see your son or remember your son. You need to let them know ahead of time, here's my name, here's some clips, here's my team, here's where we're playing, and you need to invite them to come see you play. If they're in the gym to see you play, then you're guaranteed that they will actually see you play. Whereas if they're just in the gym and sitting in the stands and you happen to be on the court, that's absolutely no guarantee they're going to see you, almost no matter what you do. So keep that in mind moving forward. Coach Pete at academicrecruits.com if you have any questions. And I appreciate your time and look forward to seeing you tomorrow.